It is Ryan here, and I have a question for you. What do you do when you win? Like, are you a fist pumper, a woohooer, a hand clapper, a high fiver? I kind of like the high five, but if you want to hone in on those winning moves, check out Chumba Casino. At ChumbaCasino.com, choose from hundreds of social casino-style games for your chance to redeem serious cash prizes. There are new game releases weekly, plus free daily bonuses. So don't wait. Start having the most fun ever at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Welcome to the Scene Snobs Podcast.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We have a new intro.
Yes, we do. What a fantastic intro.
With a beautiful woman and all in a slate, the whole nine.
It's fancy.
And that intro is courtesy of none other than Venom Podcast Studios. They are amazing. They are doing our intros for our shows at affordable prices and top quality work. I almost want to show my showcase video he did.
You just want to show them off? Just go through all the videos. That's what we're going to do. It's like
I can't afford to go to all the videos because there are some amazing ones. But this.
And now, live for your entertainment, it's The Showcase. Hosted by the big man with the big heart, Mick Manhattan.
Little known fact, all of those people, especially those women, are in my studio audience every Monday.
Oh, absolutely. Of course they are.
It is not
Showcase.
COVID safe whatsoever.
Well, that just makes it more exciting.
It really does. It's so crazy because I'm like, should I put a mask on or shouldn't I? I don't know.
2021's version of Russian roulette.
I mean, that's been the worst part of 2020 for me is hiding this face.
Well, naturally. It's
It
the worst
has
part
not.
for me.
It's not been the worst part for everybody else, though. For everybody else, they're like, finally, it took COVID, but we hid this bear's face.
Well, yeah, but you still have the hair. So it's not like you're toned down in any way.
That's true. And you know what, ladies? This hairline, I've had that since high school.
All natural.
That's just where it is. Giant forehead. Can't do anything about it, but there is free ad space.
Which is nice. You can definitely sell something on those.
So, long story short, those videos are great.
They are
Go to
fantastic.
Podcast Studios and hire them to do your videos. That's what you should do.
They're amazing. Yep. Hi, everybody who's in today.
Yes, we got some guests.
Who do we see? I see Jason. Hi, Jason.
What we do on Tuesday is the Scene Snobs. That's right. That's Scene Snobs Live.
Welcome and bienvenue. Come on in.
Oh, I'm so sorry that you gave up on John Lynch and Hollywood Game Night.
Jane Lynch, but that's okay.
Whatever. What, John Lynch, did I say?
No, yeah, you said John Lynch, who is like a football player.
That's
so a little bit off.
That's a better Hollywood Game Night. Just knocks people down. Thank you, Fred. Great videos. I know.
Fred, buddy. Hi, Fred.
They are great videos.
Oh, what was that creepy show that we used to watch? Romper Room. That was it.
No, because I'm not 75 years old.
Yeah.
I'm not.
That's okay.
I look like it, but I'm not. I feel like I see the face all the time. You look nice, Casey. Yeah, he's wearing a jacket.
Well, thank you. Well, we've got company tonight, so you know, if we've got company, I got to fancy up a little bit.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because we do have company. We have a very special guest tonight, and we're going to bring him in. We're going to talk about his new projects that are out. We're going to talk about him a bit, but we're going to make him talk about what we want to talk about too.
Well, yeah, more about what we want to talk about because it's our show.
I mean, of course, but I mean, these are topics that need to be discussed.
These are some serious topics. I mean, you threw these at me this morning, and I was pretty amped. So yeah. I've been getting fired up, and after I was I was hug snubbed earlier. I haven't been hug snubbed in a while, and being someone who needs physical contact, losing out on a hug opportunity, poof, it's rough. So, yeah.
Well,
right.
I know who won't hug snub you, and that is our special guest. Mr. Aaron Dalla Bill, y'all. Now, Aaron Dalla Villa, here he is.
Woo!
Woo! What's up, buddy?
Hell of an intro, man. Wait, what's up with this snob thing? What are we doing? Why can't he get a snob?
We don't give out snobs because they're so near and dear to us.
Oh, okay. So the topic
Lisa.
tonight, you guys brought me on to talk about hair. Am I right?
No, absolutely. I mean, obviously, look at his. Come on.
Well, now I just want to see what Casey's looks like underneath whatever he's wearing.
Nope,
I know, right?
That is
Hey,
a
I know.
nightmare.
He's the one who's hiding it from everyone right now.
It's the air of mystery that I try to create with everyone, so it entices them to keep watching. Like, will he take it off? What
Wait,
could be
does he
under
have
there?
hair? Is he bald? What's happening under there?
Exactly.
Bro,
Well,
I was rocking the spiky hair before I grew it out. You know,
And now
well,
you've
I'm
got
gonna
that
say, you're the
beautiful
one with
flow
the
going.
nicest hair.
Yeah,
tonight.
clearly. Yeah.
Hey, man, you know, I got to keep it in check. They're going to, you know, whatever, or else I start looking a mess, and I'm like, ugh.
It can be ugly, man, especially in time of quarantine when you have to be seen by barely anyone.
Bro, you know what's crazy is that I've stayed busy, luckily, during the time of quarantine. I mean, most of it's been voiceover work, you know, when they don't see your face and stuff. But then when the on-camera auditions come in and you're not looking so hot, you're like, got to whip something in shape real quick, you know? So, is my camera going, you know, in and
Oh,
out?
yeah.
How's my feed?
No, you're looking good.
Oh,
Is it-
you sound great.
I'm not lagging.
You got
The
a few
camera
uploads,
is, but I
you're all
love
right.
it.
Excellent. Okay. Yeah, I'm on a Neumann TLM right now. I'm in my booth right now.
Very nice.
I love the lighting
Yeah,
effect.
man.
It's very
Oh,
nice. You got
yeah,
like a
bro.
Prince thing going on.
Yeah, I didn't know which color I wanted to do. I know I wanted to do something gamer related. 'Cause,
Purple
you know,
definitely hits.
Yeah, purple's rocking because I recently came to the realization that I'm a huge freaking nerd.
Welcome.
It took 29 years for me to realize all the telltale signs were there. Legend of Zelda. I played in the jazz band,
Oh.
and I was like, "Oh, you are a nerd." Yeah.
Wait a minute.
So,
You got
yeah.
to use this to your advantage now.
Hey, I guess, man. You know, I'm just excited to be, you know, taking on this acceptance of myself and then putting out this work. And I hope people respond to the work. And so far, they are. So yeah, they're really liking
And-
what I'm putting out.
You wrote the song on being a nerd.
Yeah. I mean, I had a lot of help from, you know, the stunt coordinator, Adam Danoff, who made sure that we got the references for D&D correct because I didn't want to piss off anyone in the gamer community.
Oh, you got to be careful
Nice.
of that.
Oh, no, 100%, man. And you want to honor the culture as well. So I wrote the verses and the chorus, and then I shipped it off to the director, and he said, let's pass this by someone else to make sure that we got everything correct on the references. So we made sure that we had it absolutely correct on the references before we put it out there because we wanted to honor the culture.
Well,
Nice.
I'll tell you, I was
Appreciate it.
100% Captain America while watching that because every time I saw something that I did understand, I got that reference. I understood that.
That's awesome.
I do not understand D&D. Not like, you know, this guy over here.
I, on the
Oh,
other
you're
hand, was
big
listening
D&D.
along. I was just going with it. I was like, "This is wonderful."
I love
and he
that,
called
man.
that. Oh, and
I
he did
love
that.
that.
Oh, I love the way
Yeah.
he worked that in. Like,
What's your favorite part of the song?
honestly,
Besides the super catchy chorus.
it was the D20 smashing. I can't remember the exact line, but there was just something about smashing, and I died laughing. I only listened to it a couple times. I'm going to be listening to it more. But
Okay,
strong
cool.
song.
Cool. Thank
I
you
will
so
say
much,
this. It was definitely Rachel's rap.
man. Yo, she's got the best part of the song. She's got the best part of the song. Yo.
She brings it.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, she brings it. Flurry of the blows. Like she literally, she's
I
the
love
best
it.
part of the song. When I heard that rap, I was like, well, they don't even need me anymore. You know, I'm just going to walk over here.
Well, you got the hook. I mean, you got to
Yeah.
stick with it.
Yeah.
So with you got the movie coming out soon too, right?
Yeah. So they're trying to sell the movie right now. It's fully done. I've seen the movie. It's great, man, and I'm really excited about it. And I got to work opposite Lance freaking Henriksen, as you know,
Nice.
genre legend. And man, what a blessing! Such a fun role too. I played like this Marty McFly type character who runs a game store. And so I was really inspired by the character, and I'm just excited for everyone to see the movie.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm really excited to check it out. I actually checked out some of the Tucci and Jones.
No,
I thought that
you
was
saw
hilarious,
that?
dude.
No, I
That
shot
was
that
great,
in a-
man.
Dude, that was basically, I looked at my friend back in February 2020 and I said, hey, dude, you know, I've got this idea with this Tucci Badaducci character. I either like make up skits about him or I just shoot an 8 episode web series. And I said, I have this idea. Do you just want to shoot it? And he said, yep. So then we've got I got a sound guy. The sound guy basically like, hey, if you're my thing, I'll be your thing. And I said, all right, let's do it. got our camera guy, and then boom, we were good to go. And we shot the whole thing in a week. We shot the thing literally a week and a half before the COVID lockdowns happened.
Oh, wow. That's fantastic. And it's a lot of fun. I'm 2 episodes in. I'm a big fan so far. So dig it.
Thank you, man. Thank you. You know, I get a lot of thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Absolutely, man. I see that that was something you came up with. That was your baby. Now, is that something more you want to do in the industry, or are you happy acting, directing? What's like your guiding force, really?
Great question. Yeah, so that was me in a collaboration with Black Wolves Productions. That was a really fun team to work with. I love producing my own work, you know, with as my industry goes along, as my career develops, you know, but on a larger level. My ideal situation is collaborating with directors, and I'm really starting to find that with the people I work with, where it's not just stand here, say this. It's, we want to hear your ideas, Aaron. We want to hear where you're coming from. That's the most exciting thing for me to work on. And it's those projects that have more money behind them that people are actually going to see, because, guys, I've done a lot of work that no one has ever seen. You know what I mean? And I want people to see the hard-earned work. But yeah, you know how every actor, after they do a couple big projects, then they direct their own film or they executive produce their own thing. I'm already starting to kind of do that. Like, I did a documentary that's in post-production now, which is coming out, which I'm one of the producers on, and getting involved in producing as well. I find it really fun, but acting is my first passion. Okay. So,
well, you know, you started out as a dancer, and it shows in the music video.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, straight up ballet dancer. I'm a trained 13 years at the bar, danced with professional companies, lifting, pirouettes, all of that. Like, I'm a trained dancer.
That's awesome. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And so did you choreograph the music video yourself?
Yeah. Well, Dan was basically like, put a camera, is like, dance. And I was like, all right, cool. Yeah, I'm going to do these tricks. And he literally just picked the best ones. You know, I did a lot of ballet on set, but it wasn't the tone of what we were going for. You know what I mean? So he just picked whichever ones he thought was cool for the video. And then I looked at it and I was like, looks great. Cool.
That's fantastic, man. Cool. It came out really good.
Thank you. It was a really loose set. You know, Dan is really cool. The director of the music video. He's also the director for Alpha Rift. Really cool guy, down with collaboration, has an idea of what he wants. Yeah, it was really good energy on set and for the music video.
Yeah, I saw a couple of your horror movies. I'm a big fan. I love Trick, and Pledge was really...
Pledge, dude, and Trick? Yeah. Yo, sick, man. What'd you like about it, dude?
Well, with Trick, I definitely like everything was awesome about it, but I like the premise. I like detective stories. Okay, so I'm very much a thriller guy.
Cool.
And Trick was more of a thriller, but with a nice horror turn.
100%.
Now, Pledge is a movie, I think, in the times that we're living in, like, it's a great movie. It needs to be revisited now. I think it would be an even bigger hit now, with just the themes that are going on and what Pledge is in terms of what we see in the news and stuff like that.
Oh, you mean with the white supremacy stuff?
Well, for the most part, just I don't want to say cult. It's not.
No. It's a cult. No. It's a cult. It's a straight up cult. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 100%. I mean, it's just that. I mean, look what happened in January. So, no,
100%. And the Cryptea is a total cult. I think it was a little ahead of its time, you know, because we saw that. I think we shot it. God, when did we shoot that? I don't know if Donald was running for president yet, or if he was in talks to do it, but we feel a little ahead of it, because when it dropped, some people got on board with what we were trying to tell, the message we were trying to tell. But for some reason, it's this little indie horror movie that has been able to withstand several years now, and people are still talking about it, which is really cool. You know, I mean, to me being an actor and just that, you know, you do a project, you never know if it's going to go anywhere. You do projects that are, you know, really great and lots of money behind them. You don't know if it's going to go anywhere. Then you do some little grisly indie horror movie, and all of a sudden it goes places. You know, you never know. And now that director and the writer and that whole team, I'm friends with them. I'm now a development associate with their company. So my job is to help develop projects and find new potential investors and bring other directors and scripts to their attention to potentially make. I'm actually working on my third project with them right now.
Nice, man.
Yeah,
That's
they're like
awesome.
my best friends. I have Shabbos dinner with them every Friday. But I totally agree with you, man. If we were to drop it during this time, I wonder what different impact it would have had.
Yeah. And I strongly think everybody should go out and check it out because it's a really good, like you said, an indie horror. But it's just, there's something different about it. It's horror, but there's more layers to it, which is always
way
nice.
more.
Trick too. Trick has a lot of layers to it.
Trick has a lot of layers too, because it's that cult mentality. Can you get people to believe something and do something so absurd, be driven to do that? That's so absurd, and I don't want to give it away. And in Pledge, it's I think it really boils down to how we treat other people in Pledge. I think that's the biggest message of, are we willing to go to these extreme lengths to prove our masculinity or power over these people? Because, with guys, it's like we're just going to torture and brutalize each other. Now, if it was a female-driven story and it was like Pledge, it would be more psychological, you know what I mean? Which may even be more messed up because of the psychological thing has residual effects.
So, with working on all these different types of movies, like Immortal was a good one too, but very different. It's not the horror element. It's more current events, if anything.
Yeah. I mean, what would that be like? What would that be like if you had that curse, disease, or, gift? What would you think of it,
And then stepping into like Alpha Rift, which is coming out, which, an action adventure, genre-wise and preparing for genres, and what's something you're attracted to doing? Like, what kind of genres are you like sticking with?
I did not want to get typecast into horror. After Pledge was the thing and I did Trick, and I was like, man, I hope I don't get typecast into horror, because the movies I want to really be doing are movies like Nightcrawler with Jake Gyllenhaal. I want to be doing movies like Drive with Ryan Gosling, one of my favorite movies, Breaking Bad, stuff like Walter White, someone who is put into this situation and has to make these crazy, difficult, inhumane decisions to stay alive. Those are the kind of things that really turn me on as an actor. So it's exciting for me to show my different sides of things. So I've got, I've been in the horror world, which is cool. And I've got another horror kind of thriller short coming out, and Alpha Riff's an action comedy. It's sci-fi. And then I have a comedy. I get to show my comedic chops as well in 2 projects coming out, because a lot of people don't know that, I work well in comedy. But the things that I'm really excited about that I like to watch personally are things like Drive and Nightcrawler. It's just gritty, like good time with Robert Pattinson. I actually have someone writing a script for me right now, which is a very much a good time Robert Pattinson, Safdie Brothers kind of thing.
Very cool.
I love that kind of gritty indie filmmaking where people are like, holy hell, like, who is this actor? I thought he was in this like Nickelodeon thing. What is this? You know what I mean?
Really blow them away.
Don't ever let them assume what they want. People are going to assume and make whatever decisions and whatever projections on you. And then you just come through with something crazy. And then people are like, holy hell.
That's the best way to do it. Catch him sleeping.
I'm telling you, man, like Jim Carrey, everyone thought he was a funny man. All of a sudden he does The Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
The Majestic, man. He changed me on The Majestic.
Dude,
I was blown
and
away.
people were like, whoa, Yeah, that's exciting for me when you see an actor. I mean, obviously, Robert Pattinson, you take Twilight if you get that opportunity because of the commercial success and the name, and then you just turn off and then you flip the switch and all of a sudden do something like Good Time, and the people are like, what? Yeah. Respect. I guess my biggest thing is respect. That's my biggest thing that I try to, that's my end goal, is that I want to be respected for what I do.
Nice, man. Well, I mean, one thing I've always seen from everybody is as long as you're genuine and you're honest and you seem like a caring guy, stick that way and you're going to get that respect for sure.
I agree, man. There's so much BS in this industry. There's way too much BS in this industry.
Man, that's in world. That's in the world. God. That is all industries. That is everybody who's in a position above someone else who uses their power unwieldly and foolishly.
And welcome to the entertainment industry.
Yeah, that's everywhere, man. And that is a problem with the world. That is a problem with our era. That is a problem with like just respecting one another. It's the hardest thing for some people.
Yeah.
Well, you have this society we live in where we're literally have these avatars that are social media avatars, and we can project whatever life we want to project. It can be completely fake.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%. And that can be your entire focus. And that happens to people where they get lost into this and they forget about, the everything else and the other people involved in the world that make things happen, that build us up and create the community. So yeah, it's great to hear that from you, man.
Yeah, man.
Really refreshing.
Thanks. It's like those LA parties. I remember this. I was in LA a couple months back, and I got invited to this party, and they were like, "Oh yeah, Elton John's gonna be there, and this is gonna be there." So I got a tux and stuff. The party's at a freaking gym. There's a bunch of nobodies there, like TMZ's there, like hopefully, maybe Getty Images is there. I'm like, what a load of balderdash, bro. I will tell you something. I'm not going to mention the actor, but he was this dope actor who had a fall from grace. And I went to go see his new show, his new web series or whatever. And it felt to me like the production company spent more money on the little treats and tricks and stuff and the setup of the event of the night than on the actual piece of work itself. Like the piece of work is a piece of shit. So the piece of work was a piece of shit, and yet the room is like, we've got these like real life dolls, and we've got the candy, we've got the food, and I'm like, you should have spent all the money on this on actually making good product.
Oh man, gotta love those marketing budgets.
Oh my God, it's really frustrating because I'm literally like, sometimes I'm like, where do you guys get your money? Like where?
It really is. It throws you off sometimes. You see it's just like, come on, man. Well, you know what? We have some topics. One we wanted to throw out to you.
Sure.
We're doing for Women's History Month, influential women that worked in the industry. Now, you work in the industry. You are you've worked with plenty of great actresses and women filmmakers. Is there one that you'd like to shine a light on? As we, I
worked with this amazing theater director called Allegra Libinati. She comes from ART at Harvard, and I think she's an absolute brilliant mind. And now she works with Cirque performers, I believe, in Las Vegas right now.
Oh, nice.
But I was in a workshop for Peter Pan. I played Peter Pan. She was my director. She was one of the smartest directors I've ever worked with. And she had such a grasp on what the overall vision is and how to pull each and every performer's like special talent to the forefront. So I'd like to shout her out. And an actress I worked with, I was just a co-star on this show. If you've ever seen the show, Madam Secretary, Tia Leone, she's phenomenal. When she walks on the set, she's calm and she's grounded and she's in charge. Without trying to like throw on an in charge thing. She's just in charge, and that's her game. And she's so giving in the scene. And I had like a 2-line scene, but she was just a wonderful, pleasure to work with.
That's awesome.
I would say
That's fantastic.
Those are the two I would shout out.
Those are fantastic. And Casey, who did you choose?
So,
I know, they don't know.
Yeah. So I told you, but Tina Fey. Tina Fey for me, I think she has done a ton in the industry, and especially for comedic acting, directing, writing, she is just incredible. Creating 30 Rock, the work she did on SNL, she is just really, for the new school, because I like to try to represent this new school era, she's going to be one who just continues to build and continues to grow. And she could be like, an Aaron Spelling at the end of every show on NBC before it's all said and done. So I'm really impressed with Tina Fey's work and the way she's come up. And honestly, Mean Girls is one of my favorite movies anyway. So it wins.
Yeah. And she was the first female head writer of SNL, which is, that's a hell of a feat. That's a great choice, Case.
Who you got there, Mick?
We both went with writers, but I went with an older writer. This is Frances Marion.
Okay.
She was a writer, screenwriter. She wrote over 300 screenplays in her time. She's the first screenwriter to win 2 Academy Awards.
Wow.
Man or woman, she's the first to do it. And she was nominated for another one. But yeah, she started out in the 1800s when everything was really starting.
The original talkies.
Well, yeah, way before talkies. Kind of getting into the business when it was in the beginning, and then she started writing in like 1912, and she continued till the 40s.
Wow.
And then she retired and started a family. But so Frances Marion, I want to shine a light on her as an epic screenwriter in the industry and paved the way for a lot of women in the industry, not just writers. So, but we're going to play a little game next. And you are going to be the judge, Aaron.
Uh-oh.
I want you to look at both Casey and I.
Yeah.
Now, which of us has the complexion to make it in the royal family?
Casey.
Thank you. It's because he's beautiful, be red, and the fact that I'm completely white everywhere else.
Bro, we're talking the English royal family. He just looks more English than you.
Absolutely.
Like now, if we're talking like, a rock band, you all day. Or if Guy Fieri wants to needs a substitute, we got you. You're the guy.
I just want that food budget.
Real side note, Tina Fey's got a new show called Girls 5 Eva coming out, right?
Yes, I do.
I've got an episode on that show.
Do you really?
Yeah. I booked a role. It's just a co-star, but yeah, I play I'm not going to say the role I play, but yeah, I have an episode on that show. So it was really cool to be part of a Tina Fey comedy.
Oh, that's amazing. Look at that. That's fantastic, man. Yeah. Can't wait to watch it.
Yeah, it's very fun. It's very fun role. Very fun role. But yeah, anyway, Guy Fieri definitely, or like I wouldn't want Casey to do my tattoo if I got a tattoo. I'd be like, who the hell is this guy?
Right.
I'd go over to you. Yeah.
I'm more of a taxes guy.
Yeah, you're a taxes guy, sports commentator guy. I feel like you work in radio kind of thing.
See, face for radio.
And I feel like, you're on the, you're like on the fringe, you know what I mean?
Oh, he's got that, Brendan Fraser body double look.
Casey, here's all I hear when he says that you look like you could be royalty. Look at those faces.
Yeah, see, I fit right in. I'm like a step away from Philip.
But
right there.
But is your last name Manhattan?
Oh yeah.
That's awesome. Can I just say, when I saw that, I was like, that's crazy. That's so cool. Yeah. But see, Jason Taylor agrees. Yeah, it's totally Casey. He fits right in with that.
Absolutely 100%. Yeah. I could not be more British or ready to be more British.
I think even the skull cap does it for you too.
Well,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm really curious about what's underneath the skull cap.
And you know what? That will remain a mystery.
I'm going to find out.
Or maybe we will.
I do like the Star Wars shirt though.
Appreciate it. Absolutely got to get that mix of Star Wars and G.I. Joe. Really old school. Yeah. Really old school.
We do have a bone to pick with this royal family and all their bullshit.
Yeah, what about it? I haven't been keeping up to date at all with what's going on. I know that Meghan Markle and Prince what's the guy's name? Andrew?
Yeah, the Harry. He's the Harry.
Harry, literally.
The Andrew's
the pedophile.
Andrew's the
Oh my God, did you see that interview? I've never seen a more guilty person in my life.
Absolutely,
literally,
100%.
I'm watching it, and he would do stuff like this.
The only thing
he would go, no. Like I've never seen bad acting that bad. No,
dude, it's amazing. It's literally watching. It's the reaction my daughter has when she's got candy, and I'm like, "Did you eat a candy?" She's like, "What? No."
The only thing that interview was missing. The only thing that interview was missing was Chris Hansen.
Yeah, seriously.
Just needed Chris Hansen to walk in and just be like, "So, what are you doing?"
Oh my God! Yes. How to catch a predator?
You were texting this 14-year-old girl, Daisy.
But my friend Jeffrey said it's okay.
He was literally said, "Yeah, I don't sweat," and he's sweating profusely in the interview.
Bro, it's ridiculous. And then he's like, "Well, I got better with my condition." Oh my God, it doesn't make any sense.
Speaking of pedophiles, I have a cameo in a movie that just went to Berlin. It's called The Scary of 61st. You might want to check that out for horror thriller fans.
All right.
So that just went to Berlin. That touches on the Jeffrey Epstein, and the director had an interview. She thinks that Andrew's a freaking idiot, which is interview.
Of course.
But yeah, dude, I was shocked when I saw that interview, and I was like, all right, so what's gonna happen to this guy? Nothing.
No.
But of course, Meghan speaks out. We're Americans. She was Hollywood royalty. You're Hollywood royalty. You guys we gotta stick up for you guys. And nobody's gonna screw with Meghan. No one's gonna screw with baby Archie. Harry, whatever. I mean, he can handle himself. He was in the British Army.
He was special forces.
What did I miss in the? I didn't see the interview. Did they defend Andrew or?
Well, no. So in this interview, basically, there were a couple things that came to light. One of them was a concern brought up over what shade baby Archie would be.
Yep.
But they wouldn't say who brought it up. I'm pretty sure it was Prince Charles.
So baby Archie.
What does that mean? What shade?
Like what color he would be?
If baby Archie came out black. They weren't letting him become a prince. They weren't going to call him a prince because they weren't sure what color he would when he was born.
Wait, does he have black mom or dad?
I mean, Meghan
Markle.
Oh, she is?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah. So
they would really not let him be a prince if he was black?
Yep.
Yeah, because they're ridiculous and horrible people.
That's stupid. No, man, they're just from a different time. That's just fake.
Exactly. They're just lost. It's like a bunch of freeloaders just sitting there taking money. They need to get the fuck out. They're done with the royal family.
What we're seeing right now, bro, in the world and in the country, we're having this like generational what is it like in order to move things forward, we're having the people who are old and set in their ways. It's kind of like, oh, we're having the growing pains of moving on to the next era of humankind. And so that's what's happening right now. You're just having people who having like Custard's Last Stand, who are just being mad racist and not letting people just be freaking people.
Yeah, it's a lot of the death throes almost of like a bygone generation of different ideas where it's like, I don't have a problem with people with ideas. I have a problem with people with uninformed decision making. And that's a big issue right now.
You know who dealt with that really well in a movie? The little cult from Midsummer. Bring them up to the highest point.
Yo, that movie freaked me out, man. When I saw that, it was so brutal. Bring them up to the highest point and just let them fall and die. And then if they don't die, come over with the hammer and crush them and stuff. But no, they did that willingly in that movie. Yeah. Those people did it willingly. They weren't forced to do it. They wanted to do it willingly.
Well, I feel like if you want to live by a monarchy rule that is really outdated and useless anyway, you got to live by like the old school rules.
What do they do? What does the monarchy do? Does the monarchy do anything?
No, they just live in a lapse of luxury.
Exactly. You live in lapse of luxury. You're born into it. It's based on a system that was set up a long time ago, and you're just holding up to tradition.
You get to go like fox hunt and dress up and spend a lot of money that was, given to you by people who died well before you, who stole it from other people.
Honestly, dude, I don't know why we as people give a damn about the friggin' prince and whatever. Why do we care? Why do they talk about this stuff? I can understand with Andrew because he was,
that's illegal shit.
Exactly. But why do we care about this other thing?
Because Oprah. Man, that's why. Because fucking Oprah. Because if it's Oprah, if Oprah's leading the charge, everybody's in.
We should be caring about.
Was she doing the interview? See, this is how
she did the interview. Yeah,
she did the interview.
I do not care.
Yeah, no, totally fair. I completely understand.
Yeah.
She did the interview. I think what they are saying is important, but the royal family is bullshit.
Well, did the royal family literally to her face say we might not give him princehood if he's black?
They denied him straight up.
They denied him,
and they denied him all the protection details, security, all that shit that comes along with being a part of the family.
Said that.
Well, they're saying so. Supposedly, they're saying that Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip weren't the ones that said it, but everyone else was on board with that, and she didn't stop it. She didn't say, "Well, no, he gets a detail and he is a prince."
Oh, that's just awful.
So,
dude,
but
if you're born into the family, who cares?
But this is also the monarchy who inspired them to go fight in fucking Algeria. Like, aren't we done with this group of people? Aren't we like over this set of human beings?
Over thousands of years of like what this monarchy has done, but not really thousands.
We fought a fucking war. We already got rid of them in 1776, 1783. We're fucking done with them.
No, they're biting back, man. They're coming after Meghan Markle. We gotta stop it.
we don't know like the powers that be and what's at play and stuff and why they actually fight these wars and who's making a fuck ton of money and you know,
Not us.
Exactly, not us, not the common people, not someone who's just trying to have a freaking bone, you know, like make a buck during the day or live a good life or something. No, they just want to fuck with people.
Of course. I mean, that's a big chunk of society wanting to see people get fucked with. That's another bad part, you know. We're still fucked up. We're also the ones who humans used to go out and hang out for a hanging. Like, oh, we got an execution this weekend. It's going to be exciting.
And that makes so much more sense, like, why people are so, like, notice this. You jump on Twitter and post something positive, see how much attention you get. Jump on Twitter and post something negative or politically negative or whatever, see how much attention you get. Everyone wants to jump on that like flies on shit, you know? Like, oh, yeah, let's go to a hanging. Let's go take misery in other people's company. You know what? I'd love for us to start uplifting each other.
Wouldn't it be delightful?
I would love to live in a capitalist society that embraces both competition and while uplifting people.
Little consideration along with it, you know, that's all you need. Little consideration with the little contest. It's great.
Right. No, I just think that with the way society programs us, it doesn't want us to be programmed with kindness, because if we're programmed with kindness, then people will be able to relate to each other more as opposed to being so divided.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then it's more difficult to control the people once you've done that. God, Aaron, I dig where your brain's at, young lad. Big fan of you.
I've been on this for years. You know, I've realized that, you know, the powers that be don't want informed, intelligent people because they won't be able to control them. And, you got to be a critical thinker. Don't believe everything you hear. Go out and go find it yourself. Mm-hmm. The best thing you can do is not work for someone else, but become your own employer.
You're one of my favorite.
You guys can talk about peace all day long. I, on the other hand, am going to become king. I'll be back.
All right. Good luck, buddy. Good luck, bro. Just remember when it's push in and then out, okay? Otherwise, there's a whole scene. You don't want to mess with that, all right?
Prince Andrew he's gone first. I'm gonna do them a favor.
Yo, but for real though, like you know, it was really unfortunate what happened with you know, man, the common people just keep getting fucked. You know, they're not being told the truth. You know, then you had freaking Epstein die, and then all of a sudden that protected a lot of people. A lot of
people on many different walks of life,
bro. Literally, and it's just like the American people keep getting screwed, and they're turning us against one another over stupid shit, man.
Yeah, all the dumb shit and stuff that's been going on for like 60, 70 years. Guys, make up your fucking minds over it already. Yeah, like quit making them fights and let's just talk. Let's have discussion and get over it.
100%.
I don't want to make up my mind. Stop telling me what to do.
Hey, Mick, I told you to fucking make up your mind.
Make up your mind, man. Well, here's the thing is that we live in a society where, you know, you're told to, I mean, you don't get really any education in public school. Then you have to pay for college to get an education. And that education is already politically leaning. You know what I mean? So you're indoctrinated with a certain amount of thought. And we're taught to be really good employees rather than, you know, but they do at Harvard. They do teach like, hey, man, you want to be really good, like become an employer. And then that's why a lot of people who are billionaires and stuff, they drop out early, they leave and stuff because they're like, all right, I'm not about it. I know what I need to do. But the society teaches you how to be a really good employee, how to, you know, draw within the lines. I say, screw that, man. When they say do purple, do red. When they say do red, do green, you know, like draw outside the lines, think outside the box, be a wild card, be a free thinker.
Hey, we only get one spark of madness, and you got to make sure to foster it.
You know what we shouldn't be drawing?
I love the madness is like, I mean, otherwise the world is already mad. It's kind of like that movie Network. You ever see that movie Network?
Yeah, great.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You should be mad as hell. I'm mad as hell, and I'm not going
to take it anymore.
Bro, you want to talk about way ahead of its time? Network. It's just incredible.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but you know what we should be drawing?
What?
Lola Bunny the way she used to look.
Bro, all right.
Boom.
So, I know. So I was reading up on this before this interview, and I read the notes of the director of why he did it. He did it because he doesn't want to over-sexualize women. And he also doesn't want to he wants to make it more kid-friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what I don't understand. It was already a kid's movie as that. And if you look on Instagram itself, Instagram has basically become, fight me on this, porn. Instagram has basically become pornography.
Yeah.
It's an opening for OnlyFans. That's
Dude,
what it is.
The opening for OnlyFans now. So tell me what the difference is.
Yeah.
Tell me what the difference is. Like, literally, I look.
What the difference is? There's a huge difference. If we're talking about people sexualizing a bunny, man, we were sexualizing Jessica Rabbit in 91 for crying out loud.
Listen, we want to talk about over-sexualization. Look on TikTok, for example, all these underage girls that are dancing and stuff, doing very provocative moves, and you're like, whoa, what is happening here? We're just fostering that ground right there.
Well, that's because we're good people who are like, this should not be happening. And but TikTok is for everybody who's like Prince Andrew.
Sadly, yes. It's a breeding ground of people who are able to just see through a different lens and still get what they want because unfortunately, the children, our babies, have not been taught properly what they're putting out there, what they're exposing themselves to,
they
what
don't know. All they
don't know
is someone that they. All we are is the collaboration of everyone's sort of thoughts and experiences that we've had, and within 15 years, like I'm now 29 years old, I've just now realized that I'm a freaking nerd. You know what I mean? Like, I'm 29 now. Do you think at 15 years old, I could grasp the reality that I was not understanding what I was doing? Maybe that's why Jesus said, forgive them, Lord, for they know not what they do. You know what I mean? Like, really, how at 15 years old can you have such a developed brain to be like, yeah, I fully understand the ramifications of putting this out there? No, you're putting it out there because you saw someone do it and it's trending. And because everyone wants to be famous.
Yep. So everyone will just repeat.
Famous of anything of worth. They just want to be famous just to be famous.
Yes. Absolutely valid.
Yeah.
I want to be famous just to be famous.
Well, your hair's already getting there, buddy.
Well, I'm doing the best I can. What is with you and my hair today?
Guy Fieri, man. Guy Fieri.
You know, oh my God, Aaron, you're my favorite.
How did I get made fun of more in this show than
be famous too?
Andrew.
But I want to be famous because I want people to be like, yo, that's a great freaking actor right there, dude. He does dope shit. And that's why is where he's at.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just like
that's the drive.
Human being, you know,
that's the way to do it. Be the best at your career and your profession. If you've chosen to do it, be fucking great at it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, change lanes and do something else.
Right. Listen, if you're going to listen, life is going to be miserable if you don't try to do your dream. So you might as well do your dream because life is going to beat you down and be miserable if you don't do your dream. So you might as well do it.
Life is actively what you make it when you make it that. Period. Dot. It's just a series of fucking events and how you react to all the events. Welcome to life.
What is going on with the philosophy tonight?
It's amazing.
I'm loving it, dude. I'm loving this. But yeah, I think we're getting off topic from the question.
That's what we do here on the Scene Snobs. We just talk, man.
Yeah, my thing with the rabbit is basically I saw that when I first saw it, I was like, what the hell did you do? And he was like, we didn't want to over-sexualize women. Okay, all right, then, well, you're sending a really bad message on Instagram and TikTok right now because everything is sexualized.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, dude, I don't know.
And when you keep using those as outlets, which unfortunately it's that whole double-edged sword thing, it's like you're still supporting it in some vein, but you're trying to use it because that's where people are. So there's enough masses gathered there.
I can understand from this director's point of view of if we have, and I'm just going to see him play devil's advocate here. If he's going to have the over-sexualization on Twitter and on Instagram and freaking TikTok, that the director chose to be like, you know what? We're not going to over-sexualize and we're going to make it more kid-friendly. So you know what? I can see their point.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. And it's a great conversation piece because anytime you put something out as a movie's coming out, free press.
Listen, they lowered her cup size. Hold on. They lowered her cup size, but they made her butt bigger. And for an ass man, That's all right by me.
Wait a minute. They made her butt bigger?
Oh, yeah.
Fascinating. You know why they did that?
I don't know. Ask men.
Because that's what's trending. Look, go to the gym. Go to the gym. Listen, like how many years ago was it that boobs were in? You know what I mean? But now
I mean, Pam Anderson days, yeah. Carmen Electra.
Pam Anderson days, Carmen Electra was about the boobs. Now it's all about the ass. Everyone's doing their squats. Everyone's going to the gym, working on that toned ass. Like, that's what the trend is now.
Constantly, man. I've been working on my twerking for like weeks. I'm going to get there. It's going to be tight.
That took over several years ago, and that became trendy. And all of a sudden, still, the ass is still like the still trend. So that's what they did. They took away the cup size, and then they focused on that aspect.
Yeah, so I mean, that's where you got your Cardi B, your Nicki Minaj's. Absolutely. That's been the new trend, is the oversized outrageousness.
Right. And I'm interested to see how they animate that in the movie. Then I'll really be able to be like, you're placating to the trend, or are you really trying to go against the over-sexualization? Because if all you did was lower a cup size, give her a bigger ass, and you're going to sexualize the way she walks, you didn't do that, dude.
Right, exactly. If they do a hip shot, like her classically bingo boingo, whatever.
I'm interested to see, because especially if we look in Disney's movies, let's talk about like Disney's movies and stuff. There's some very adult content in Disney's movies. That's why a lot of like The Little Mermaid, for example, they had to remove the middle of, I don't want to say what it was, but there was something in the middle of the picture on the front cover that had to be removed because it was not childlike.
It was a dick.
Yes.
Oh, it was childlike. A child found it in his mom's drawer and was like, "What's this thing?" Like that's
no. There's a lot of, and I don't know if that's why those movies, and it's going to sound weird, I don't know why those movies have withstood the test of time, because they both appeal to children and adults.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Or if because Disney has become, like this, huge superpower. But early Disney films were not, there were a lot of suggestive adult topics in those films.
Absolutely.
Were later removed. Were later removed. So.
Yeah, but Disney's, that's all history. It's always tough to look back in history with the lens of today to really try to fully embrace what was going on at that time. Like, come on, Brer Rabbit, for crying out loud. You're telling me that whole crew wasn't just terribly racist and awful?
Brer Rabbit, where's that?
Oh, that was an old Disney thing. That's starting to show my age.
Let me look that up. Brer Rabbit?
BRER. Yeah, that was some crazy stuff back then. There was some certain characters who were considered dumber and slower, and they were usually the black characters, that kind of stuff. So
that's just straight up racist. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, 100%. And that's where a lot of it comes from. So there's some stuff that they try to have come out of since and trying to champion the good. But
whatever that generational divide you're talking
about. How do you feel about, Dr. Seuss getting canceled, or Jason Taylor's Song of the South? Yeah,
that's
exactly.
It, yep.
And how do you feel about, Eminem? Gen Zers trying to cancel Eminem right now.
Oh, what are they doing now?
Yeah.
Gen Z's trying to cancel Eminem over Love the Way You Lie with Rihanna, apparently because she's in an abusive relationship with him. And millennials are literally defending Eminem to the T. They're literally like, no. So.
Really?
Yeah,
that is mind-boggling to me. I just am a little shocked by that. Like, when you're telling a story in that scenario, I'm surprised that gets interpreted and taken over as we have to get rid of this completely.
Hey, here's what I don't understand: that if for one, the song is about a dysfunctional relationship in general. Like, as last I checked, there are two people in a relationship. You know what I mean? And they can choose to be in it or not. They were both abusive towards one another.
Yes.
Second thing, Rihanna is a female and she decided to collaborate with Eminem on the song. Third, the song did really well. No one had a problem with it. Yeah. And his album sales spiked. Jason Taylor says, because, there's no such thing as bad press.
Exactly. As long as you're getting your name out there in some way or another, people are going to pay attention, and that's what happens.
Speaking of Donald Trump, the cult leader, the Golden Globes had terrible ratings this year, and so many people tuned in to see his CPAC speech.
Yep.
And it was just press. And who knows if that stage was actually rigged to be a Nazi symbol, or if it was was the people who made it that tried to trick him or whatever, but it got press.
Yep, of course it did. It sells, man. Look, if it ain't sex, it's arguments.
That's the name of the game, man. You know what? That's true. If it's not sex, it's argument. That's the name of the game. It's all about press. It's all about press. You can get people to believe anything with press. How crazy is that?
Well, was it William Randolph Hearst? I mean, he was a brilliant son of a bitch who figured it out early in the 1800s and began that what we have today, with that everything. The press is what the news that gets to the people. They decide what gets disseminated.
Right.
And now we have the interwebs, and we should functionally be able to figure out our own shit with just a couple clicks. I mean, we can watch all these different people, that we can see the way our government votes. We can actually follow along and figure it out. The problem is we get stuck looking at one thing and kind of gatekeep ourselves by going, well, I'll just go to the Yahoo and read that.
I think you're beaten into submission by these people who have so much money that they're constantly putting the thing in front of you for you to see it. And then you're like, oh, okay, I guess I'm seeing this. That's why movies with serious money by him have literally marketing budgets that are like the size of the movie's budget.
So ridiculous.
How crazy is that? It's because it's like, oh, we made this film. Now we need this much money to get it out to the masses, to blast it in front of your face so that it becomes trending.
Yep. It's got to hit that Netflix metrics.
Right, dude. It's all about the dollars, man.
It always has been. It's a capitalist society. As much as we want to say that, that our corporate overlords are going to be kind and beneficial to us and good benefactors, and never going to happen. You have 6 major companies that control all the food in the world. What the fuck do you think is happening?
Right, but that's why I love being an actor, because I get to tell these stories and live these personalities and characters that you couldn't get away with in real life.
Yeah, which is so fantastic. That's part of the fun. I mean, even in this, I get to be a character. Mick always gets to be his gorgeous, ridiculous self, so it's wonderful.
I love that.
The bobblehead. Yeah. But I hate to cut it short, but we're reaching the hour, and we have another show starting soon.
What question? We went off on a philosophy tangent. I love it, dude.
It was great.
What question did I not answer? I'm sorry, man.
It was wonderful, man. No, I appreciate it. This was glorious. This is way better.
No, but Aaron, man, we really appreciate you coming on tonight. This was awesome. You guys.
Oh yeah, D20 Alpha Riff tribute. Yeah, we should be talking about that, right?
Check out his video.
Yeah,
D20.
We're going to put a link in the description to the video so everybody can check it out.
Great.
But if you can, just if you have anything to promote before you got to go, what do you got for us right now?
Yeah, right now everything else is like sit and wait, see what sells and stuff. Right now, the biggest thing is the D20 Alpha Rift tribute. So, guys, I did this awesome role in this upcoming movie called Alpha Rift. I was so inspired by the character that I wrote this song with the rest of the team, and it was truly a team effort. We shot the music video. It's called D20 Alpha Rift Tribute. It's on YouTube. Check it out. I really think all the D&Ders, gamers out there, and even if you're not a gamer and you're down to just be entertained, I think it's really entertaining. So
sweet, man. All right.
And I can absolutely attest as a D&Der, as one of the mega nerds. I'm a huge fan, big fan of what you did. I really like it, Aaron, man. It was badass.
Thank you so much, man. That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing that you can hope to achieve. That someone who, plays the game and loves the game says, yes, you did it justice. Yes.
Well, I do appreciate it.
Thank you so much, too, for being on the show tonight.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you.
Had a great time. And we'd love to have you back sometime, definitely.
Definitely, yeah. Maybe when the movie comes out or one of these movies come out, I've got 3 features that are trying to sell right now. So once that comes out, we're hoping that one, gets into the festival that we wanted to. So, yeah, I'll definitely keep you posted.
Awesome,
man. Yeah, we'd love to hear more about it and help you promote anytime we can.
Absolutely, man. Anyone who's intelligent as you would be always a pleasure to have on the show. So I'm not stuck with this guy all the time.
Hey, man,
he's not stuck with me anymore. It's okay.
Mick ain't taking shit. Mick ain't taking shit, man. Casey ain't taking your shit, man.
No, he never does. That's the best part about us.
I think more people need to be having these dialogues because I really think it's more important for people to be informed and free thinkers. And I think it's importantly, it's important.
Good, and it's
Absolutely.
important, and it's necessary, and it's fun to have these conversations. So I appreciate absolutely fantastic, and all the work that you're doing, man. Plus, I can't say enough about Tucci and Jones. It's a blast. It's a fun.
I
It is a lot of fun.
I love that you enjoy it because I've gotten mixed reviews from it and stuff, and some.
I mean, it's absurd characters. Who doesn't love the absurd, man? It's great.
I know, but everyone's, of course, everyone's opinions. Speaking of asses, everyone's got one.
And they all stink.
Opinions, and they all freaking stink. That's right. So for this culture, that
I hate to break it to you. I'm sorry, but on that note, we're gonna have to end it because Lolas don't stink.
Oh, well, listen, I never
Full
understood,
circle.
the whole culture with the ass worship and stuff. I think they're disgusting. So
everybody worships a thing. Everyone's got a kink, man. Hey, it's fine. If you do your thing. If someone else enjoys it, you enjoy it. Good luck on you.
Right.
Well, my friend, I appreciate it again. I know Casey and I are very excited. It's awesome. We can't wait. We love the music video. We can't wait to check out the movie.
Super stoked for Alpha Rift. It looks great, man.
Yeah, next time, Mick and I are gonna connect on some stuff. We're gonna connect on more stuff. I know. Me and Matt.
I
know.
I got my taxes done. It's all good.
Oh shit, work, bro. Excellent.
All right, gentlemen. Well, Aaron, thank you again. But we will talk to you soon. And good luck with everything, man. Have great luck with everything.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you.
All right, brother. Take care.
Be well.
Take care.
Bye.
Later.
Well, as you guys see, we hung out with Aaron, and it has been so much fun.
He was awesome. What a great dude.
I had a little bit of flashbacks from my Mystery Elephant days.
Things started to shift a little bit. I'm sorry.
Is this thing on? Is this thing on? Is this thing? No, I'm just kidding. You guys had a good conversation. You connected. That's the way it should be. But we have carpool shenanigans coming up at 10:30. Everybody, keep that in mind. One thing I did want to talk about before we go is let me do this real quick. Okay, so one thing I did want to talk about is we are going to be doing an award show. And I think I'm going to change the name. What I did was I called it the Podster Awards because I thought it was funny. But I think I'm going to call it the Snobbies.
The Snobbies? I love the Snobbies. We got to have the Snobbies, bro.
The Snobby Awards. Let me check that and see if that works. So
yeah, make sure no one else has it.
The Snobby Awards.
The Snobsters.
So what we're going to do is, they do have a Snobby Awards.
Do they really?
They do.
But for what? For people being snobby?
It's for a coffee shop.
Oh, well, no, we can supersede them. Maybe if we add 3 B's.
No. Yeah, it's the rest of the Snobby Awards, Vancouver Coffee. Oh, no, okay, maybe it's not a coffee shop. A coffee shop won. So the Snobby Awards are for coffee.
Oh, okay.
So,
what about the Snob-bubba-bee?
I love it. But I got to check and see if it's available. Right now, it's remaining Podsters. I love the Snobbies too, but they're taken. By the way, Casey is not a doctor. That is very true. He is not a doctor.
No, never ever take any. Well, I mean, you could take some advice. Just don't think that anything good could possibly happen.
Well, we can't take advice from last week, which was medical. We can't take advice for him to say go hang out with Prince Andrew, which was not good advice at all. Sorry.
No, I actually never said that. So
we got to roll back the tape.
Go back and find out. All of a sudden, it's some weird edited mishmash. I'm wearing 3 different outfits. I was like, I never said that. What are you?
I remember him saying that. We scale back, and it's just like, it seems like a really good guy. That Prince Andrew.
I don't know.
I will tell you.
I tell you what, for sweaters, he was all right.
Ooh. Who was also all right to hang out with? Jeffrey Epstein. Ba-da-bum.
I don't think so.
No, I was talking about the prison guards. Get it? Hang out.
That was good. It took me a minute.
I don't care about monsters. I will make fun of him all day long. Screw them.
Yeah, I mean, he was a monster of a human. Yeah, fuck him.
Yeah, screw that guy. In the fucking however he died, killed himself.
Yeah, definitely killed himself.
I'm okay with it.
Clearly, there was a lot of blood for self-inflicted murder there.
The only Pizzagate that exists in my heart is the fact that I love pizza.
Who doesn't love pizza?
And gates.
Do you like walking through the gates, or is it the fact that you have to stand there and like buzz somebody in, or
I
be
like
buzzed
to be
in?
on the other side of the gate.
Right.
And then when I see people come to the gate, I'm like, no, buddy. No.
Yeah.
I'm the gatekeeper.
You shall not pass.
And then Rick Moranis comes up and I'm like, oh, you're coming in.
Oh, well, that guy. He's the keymaster.
He's the keymaster.
So he's always in.
If anybody didn't know that, he is the keymaster.
You can check it up. It's on the online.
It's on the onlines. Very true. He's also a dog. So, what do we have going on? We have the award show. So basically, the award show is going to be for podcasts. So how it works is you can, if you have a podcast, you can put yourself into consideration. You can either message us on any one of our social media pages.
All of them. Any of them.
Yeah, at the Scene Snob. What you do is you message, you say you want to be in consideration for the awards. Send us links to two of your best episodes, because there are going to be other judges. It is not going to be a likes thing. It's going to be actually judged. We're going to have a panel of judges who listen to the show for each category. We're going to announce the categories in the upcoming weeks. By April 15th, we're going to announce all the nominations in the categories.
Please make sure you don't just nominate yourself. Nominate people you like as well. You know,
It
doesn't have to be a totally selfish thing.
Please do. Yeah, don't. Yeah, and we will also be, putting ones in consideration ourselves. Now, the Scene Snobs are out. We are judges. Cannot be in.
I get to wear a tux. That's all I know. That's as much as I was told.
Doing the awards. This is the Scene Snobs. It's an award show put on by us. So that is, and it's April 25th is the award show. It's going to be live. It's going to be Case and I doing our thing, and we're going to give out the awards. So basically, it is a legit award, but we do have a trophy, which is ridiculous. And
so if you have a trophy, you're legit. And we have a Lifetime Achievement Award, which will be announced the night of the awards. Very excited.
Yes, we definitely will make you up like a little thing you can put on your, say, we won the Scene Snobs Podcast Awards. So we're going to go with that. But also with that, we have, so we're doing the award show. So if you have a podcast, and it has to have a podcast. It's okay if you have a video show like we do, but you have to have a podcast on a podcast platform. I want to ask Casey one more time. Oh, that's right. Jason is is one of our super fans on Patreon.
Love Jason.
And yeah, so our April 13th episode, before then he picked the topic. We have to watch Titanic 2 and review it on our April 13th episode, because that's the day before the Titanic went down.
I am so excited to finally watch where this is the one where they build that little village under the water named Titani, right? And it's like underwater domes and shit.
Highly
Titanic 2. No, it's no. Oh, I thought Jack lived but became like a merman. No. Okay, different movie then. There wasn't a lot of humping going on in it.
Oh no, definitely.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, different movie.
So Casey, will Casey keep his clothes on this time? No guarantees. No guarantees.
Nope. We'll see how that night
up. At least our award show has a nipple.
I didn't show any nipple.
No, but because we haven't.
I could show nipple in my award show. Yeah,
you never know. Yeah. But yeah, so we're gonna do the award show. So put yourselves in for consideration if you're up for it. They sink an even bigger ship. I believe it. So you ruined the movie, so we can't do the movie now.
It's the largest iceberg we've ever seen.
I did have. So tomorrow our airing of Pulling Focus at 6:00. We're going back a year. We're going back to the episode we did right as the pandemic started.
Wow.
That
is interesting.
Yeah, so we're gonna re-air that. Well, not re-air. It's gonna be aired for the first time, but it's been available for a year. And just kind of here's where we were at, and then the next week will be a brand new episode. So it should be a fun.
Well, it looks like we lost Christopher fucking Plummer that week. Thanks a lot for that reminder.
No, that was Max Van Sydow.
Oh, it's even worse. You just made it fucking worse.
I'm sorry. This time, instead of Rose throwing the diamond in the water, maybe she could use it to, I don't know, feed some children. That's fair.
That would be a logical decision. Fair. I don't know why she wouldn't do that.
That's a great topic. We should have a topic where we talk about shitty things characters have done where they could have helped others.
Oh my God, I love that topic.
Yes.
Yeah. That's going to be happening at some point. We don't know when. No promises.
And one more question I have. So I saw this ad the other day,
and
it's for loving your dog, right?
Yeah.
A nurse cannot survive on wine alone.
Right. That's dong.
Okay, good. I know I'm the only one who saw it then.
No, that's 100% a penis.
Right?
That couldn't be more penis.
Down here, it says like T-shirts for nurses, and it says who love dogs. And I'm like, that's not a dog.
No, she's getting ready to pet something, and it looks like it's big enough that like maybe you have to attach it to the floor and then sit on it. I'm not sure how that one works. It looks pretty intense.
But I love this. Murdered Jack, and then said, that's a dick.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's true, J.I. 100%.
Mike Wagner's on. And
Hi, Mike.
Perfect time. Thank you for being a first-time watcher. We love having you. Actually, it looks like just by the very small picture that I could see that you might be a podcaster. So if you don't know, we are doing an award show. So, and the other stipulation is that you have to started last year, at least. Like it could be before. It's last year or before.
So, like, are we counting around March 2020? Is that like a legitimate cutoff, or are we saying anytime?
Just anytime in 2020. Not 2021.
Valid. Okay.
2021 will be covered for next year's awards. So
gotcha.
We have more information if you follow us at the Scene Snobs. Anyway,
well, we still just have this penis up, by the way.
I could not take it away. I mean, look at it. It's actually a nice penis. Like, it's a really nice penis.
Well, it's very pretty. It's flowery, and it's very well. I mean, it's got a interesting lap where the ear would be on the left side, so it's got kind of like a weird, sort of different misshapen thing going to it, which obviously makes it more realistic.
I just want anybody who's brand new coming into this just being like, why are they covered by a dick? Because why not? Like, that's clearly a dick. Yeah. Oh, I went the wrong way again. There we go.
That's a dick. That is a penis. That's yeah. Yep.
That's a big old dick.
That is definitely, and it's true. You can't survive on wine alone. I don't think humans can. I mean, there's no other things that's called. It's called an alcoholic, but it's okay. True. We're not here to judge. It's a problem. You can get help. There's plenty of people who can help. You check out Fred's Ending the Stigma podcast. It's brilliant.
Yes, it is.
Get into that.
That is a brilliant one and a very serious and wonderful podcast. Mm-hmm. But I will say this, nurses, please stop trying to survive on wine and dick. Drink some water.
Yeah,
you need to hydrate.
I mean, even Kate Moss was all about cocaine and water. She's still hydrated.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Come on.
I mean, look at that dick.
I mean, that's just so much. What else are you getting done?
This.
I mean, think of how much laundry is packed up because all you're doing is getting hammered in that huge dong.
Whoever this hand belongs to isn't even like trying to pet it. It's just like, wow.
Are they pushing it away?
I don't know. I mean, whatever. I don't care who it's all for, but. Secret bestiality T-shirt.
Nothing secret about it.
It's not even bestiality. That's just straight dick. That's a dick.
There's like two little points where it's supposed to be like an eye and the nose, and it could be a vein on the dong, or like could be.
That's what it was. Yeah, they're trying to cover their bases. It's a dick. Nurses can't survive on wine alone. They need dick. Like, come on. I'm not saying that.
Feels pretty sexist.
I'm talking about the inference. Anyway, let's talk kids' movies now.
Oh no! I think Harpool's coming on soon. We should.
She likes it rough.
Oh man, this is so outrageous.
The best pun of the month. She likes it rough,
and it's early in the month, so bravo, J.I. Bravo.
So awesome. March 9th, 2021. You got pun of the month.
She likes it rough.
She likes it rough because clearly this is not a puppy. That's a dick.
No, that is 100% penis. It's a flowery penis. It looks like it could be a hippie cock.
Now, if I went like this and I said, hey, look at that dick, and then I did this, that's bestiality inference.
Yeah, that's a bit problematic. I could see where that would be an issue.
That would be problematic.
Yeah.
But now, is it bestiality if it's a cartoon?
No, technically, it's like a whole different category. It's an animation thing. It's like, I believe hentai, but I believe hentai might be wrong because that might just be more tentacle porn. I'm not sure.
Is that what they call manga?
Just open a can of worms and just have it go open. There's a lot going on.
Is that what they call manga?
No. Manga is just comic books. Like Japanese comic books. He's still there, folks. He's still there.
I'm still there. I'm not leaving there. A good pun deserves to be treated well. And
You're acting like it's Oscar Wilde. Like he's just the skill with which he came up with that. I love it.
Oscar Wilde was a maniac and a drunk and a drug addict. She likes it rough based on this picture, which I'm putting up again. That's poetry. I don't care what anybody says. That's fucking poetry. Fred's still here.
Hey, Fred.
Fred.
I love Fred. Of Connecticut strong man, a fellow Connecticutian. It's always
Yeah,
wonderful.
man. We need to get him on. You know what? Fred needs to come on the show, and then we're not going to be waxing poetic about like, hey, this is the way people need to be and whatever you guys are saying, because I was literally doing my taxes. Fred will at least make me laugh by every once in a while throwing out and Mick is a dick or something like that.
Well, I mean, that's fair. I threw a few out there, but I like to be more uplifting. I like to sing your praises, buddy.
I know, but all I heard was like, this is smart. What we're saying is smart. Prince Andrew is awesome. Smart. And I was like, what are you guys talking about?
Well, that's how I know you definitely didn't listen. That's how clearly we're going to have a conversation about that later.
We were supposed to close the show like 10 minutes ago, and I just still going on, whatever.
Well, we're still closing it. We're shutting it way down.
Dick. No, really, look at it. Should you get that checked out?
It doesn't look right.
It doesn't look right. It's a flowering dick.
It's a flowering penis, which when you hear flowering, I believe that has to do with like warts and shit. So I'd be scared.
That's a dick. And nurses can't survive on wine alone. That's the inference here, because that's what it says on the shirt.
That you need sick dick.
I jump on his back and hump the armpit.
Attaboy. I like your level of commitment.
Like my real armpit, or you're calling Jersey the armpit, because that's what they call it.
No, valid. Yeah.
I mean, I'm confused. I don't know.
So I guess we'd both jump on your back and do the armpit?
We could do that.
Yeah.
You know what they call that?
The Connecticut?
A Prince and King Arthur's Court.
That's dirty. I like it.
That's so dirty. I have to go dirty.
Oh my goodness.
So thanks for my real armpit.
Your real armpit, the actual armpit.
I mean, I'll tell you what, Fred, you can do it as long as your dick doesn't look like that.
Yeah, because then there could be some coverage issues, like who knows? Or, Mick, you could be on drugs. Like, that's the other fear. If you see a penis that looks like that, you might be fucked up. Someone slipped you something.
That's a penis. I don't give a shit. I'm totally lucid. That's a dick. That's a dick, and I will argue that all night long.
It is a penis. I'm saying if you see a penis that looks that colorful in the real world, you're on drugs.
Sorry, everybody. Carpool Shenanigans tonight was canceled. We have another 8-hour show where we're going to debate this dick for the whole night.
I mean, we're committed to it at this point, and the head is really impressive. Like, it's just the way they got that part right there. It's a dog. Yeah.
Fred,
So's Clifford.
I've never called you wrong before.
Okay, Fred. So's Clifford's a dog.
That's not a dog. That's a dick. What kind of dog has this gigantic long neck like that looks super veiny? That's not a dog. It's a dick.
Or like J.I. says, or do you just want it to be a dick?
I do, because it would make the T-shirt way more interesting.
Does it, though? Like maybe companionship. Maybe just companionship. Maybe you could be a little more considerate to nurses who are struggling with their addictions to wine.
I don't slut shame. You do it. You do you. Whoever. And you know what? Who's saying that it's a woman's hand in that picture? I don't
I said nurse.
You enjoy a dick, and I'm cool with it. I don't care who you are. I'm looking at mine right now.
Nice. Yo, Fred. Same up in here, bro. Totally pantsless under here. It's wonderful, bro. It's all well shorn, too. Just finished actually shaving it up. It's delightful. It's wonderful.
I will. Not all of them, J.I. Not all of them. Not all of them. Some of them only have one vein that go around all the way up. Valid. All 9 inches up. Who that is, I don't know.
But somebody with a 9-inch dong has got a vein that's very specifically does a thing.
Whenever I point to the wrong side, I'm just gonna go like this.
Well, yeah, I mean you're committed to it already. This fucking guy.
Yeah, we removed our guest to say, hey, we got to get off the show, and
then we start talking about dicks for the next 20 minutes. I feel kind of bad, but also it's hilarious.
That's why we can't have guests on the show because we can't have nice things. To talk about dicks, and we don't have enough time. How do you think we do these 8-hour shows, people?
To get a good 3-hour dong talk.
I will tell you this. One thing I do want to say, I said it a few times that night. Casey said it a few times that night. But it's a few days passed. We really appreciate all of the help everybody gave us with the Save Brady Fundathon. That was truly amazing. I love it. You guys are all fantastic for supporting. We got the money for Brady to get the surgery, so that's huge, and then some. So that beautiful little cat Skeletor is going to get. We're still working on getting all the money for there, but is going to get some of that money, so that helps. You guys have just been truly fantastic. And J.I. says, Dick, Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah, we definitely want to say thank you very much to everybody. We appreciate it. Appreciate Shayna, Michael, Alex, Nick, Jason, Max, Dan, Fred and Jennifer, Fred and Scott, Brian, Guapo, Salim, and Tim. Everybody was able to come on and spend some time with us. We really appreciate it. It was fantastic and had an absolute blast. And the fact we were able to, complete our goal just is such a great a message from y'all. We thank the community. It means so much that you're able to rally. And, that guy did some stuff. So big shout out to Mick for actually pulling it all together and making the thing happen. So love you, buddy. Good job.
Where's that list? I know you got a list.
What list?
Because I know all those people are on the show, but I didn't remember.
What are you talking about? That's Steel Trap, bro.
My head.
Please rattle it off like nothing. I did the Micro Machines bit. It's imprinted now.
Yeah, but all right, I'll trust you, but not much. You get like a little bit of trust on that one.
Yeah, come on. Of course, I would remember that.
Listen, Casey, don't be a.
All right. Well, that seems like a great time to get ready for the Garden Pool shenanigans.
Yes, that's actually perfect for it. So they're talking AI tonight. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Awesome. Is it gonna kill us? Who knows?
Oh, probably. Yeah, nanobots. Get ready.
We're gonna die. So. From us, the Scene Snobs, we appreciate you. We thank you for coming in. Mike Wagner, thank you for joining us. Hopefully you keep joining us every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. And check out thescenesnobs.com. Just like everybody else, go to the site. It's been awesome. We have new shows starting this week. We have the Final Onesies Horror Podcast, which starts on Thursday at 6 p.m. And Entertain This podcast is starting at 7 p.m. on Friday. We're overjoyed. We're
excited for them. We're excited for the Master Shake, Master Mixology minutes.
Yes, 100%.
And it's great, so that's going to be a lot of fun. Really appreciate everybody, and hope you all have a fantastic week.
And until next time, I'll talk to you later.
Love you. Be kind to each other.
Don't tell me what to do. And that's our show, everybody. Thanks for listening. I am Mick Manhattan, the Scene Snob. We always appreciate you guys tuning in and commenting along and everything else. Go check out this show or any of our other shows on thescenesnobs.com. Thescenesnobs.com. We love you. You guys are awesome. And if you would like, follow and subscribe to our social media. That really helps us go a long way. And please spread the word. Tell your friends. Have them come in. We love feedback and everything else. So everybody, you have a great day. Again, thanks for listening. TheSceneSnobs.com. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.